Okay. Greetings. It's late. It's 12 o'clock here. 12 a.m. here. Greetings, everybody. I was gonna do my pick a situation reading, but I'm like, I forgot about my love vibes. So I'll do the pick thing tomorrow. So let's do the love vibes. Let me turn my music off. He doing all this, he doing all that, he on okay. Alright, so I pulled some cards because I wanted to make sure if this was something, the download that I got, was this something I could share with you guys collectively and go into it further. So I wanted to make sure, because sometimes I get personal downloads and stuff and I'm not always supposed to share them. So I wanted to make sure with spirit first if this is something I was supposed to share, and yes. So I confirmed what I picked up. All right, so the first card I have is the Queen of Wands. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good day, I should say. Well, it's not a day yet, but I'd rather say good day than good morning. But Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Two of Cups came out. So I had like this really bad headache, and it was like just right here, like nowhere else. It was just right here on my big ass head. And I was on one of my lives today. I was reading for someone, and I told her that I had this really bad headache right above my eyebrow, and I said, I bet you I'm about to get a crazy ass download. Like, I'm about to get a download either while I'm on here or later or something, or it could be you're gonna get a download or whatever, but the headache would not go away. Like, I drank water, I took some medicine, it wouldn't go away, and I ate, and I'm like, okay, maybe it'll go away. So when I laid down, I went into a little space where I'm like in between, like awake but I'm asleep. I'm not fully present, if that makes sense. So I was in that space, and I heard I try not to laugh because I'm trying to figure out how to like share this with people because it sounds crazy. I was in my space, and I heard, denounce anything that's keeping you from feeling or seeing my love. And sometimes I don't even remember the channel messages. I'll hear it, and I should have wrote it down, but I was like in it, so I couldn't just be like, oh, let me like write this down. Like, so anything that's keeping you from my love or feeling my love, something along the lines of that, denounce it. So I started praying against whatever was blocking my heart chakra, because essentially that's like a block in your heart chakra if you can't feel an energy or you're not willing to accept or embrace that energy. So what I did was I just started praying against it. And then all this other stuff started coming to me, like these cords, and I started praying against the cords that I have latched to me, connected to other people that are not of my highest good. Anybody that's trying to infiltrate my space sexually in my sleep, because that's been happening a lot. So I just started speaking against everything. So that's what I heard. It's very interesting. I'm like, am I fucking crazy or something? Like, am I tripping? So I'll get into the cards and what I feel like they mean, and then I'll go ahead and tap into the collective energy. But that download came in. Anything that is blocking you from feeling my love or realizing it or something along the lines of that, blocking it out basically, denounce it. And I started praying over it, like praying against whatever it was that was blocking my heart chakra basically. So let's go ahead. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is, to me, like, this is someone that's in their power. That's the energy that I pick up from this in this instance could be someone that's very overly independent sometimes. So feminine energies, you guys may realize that if you're working on healing your heart chakra or allowing love in after so much time of kind of being like your own, like maybe, gosh, what I'm getting is like overly overly masculine, or it's a whole thing when you're so used to protecting yourself, it's like overly exerting your masculinity. It can block your heart. It can block you from being receptive because that feminine balance is kind of out of balance. So Queen of Wands can be a little tough. Just as the Queen of Swords, I feel like all the queens in the deck have their own shadow sides. So if the Queen of Wands be someone that is very ambitious, independent, and charismatic, she can also be overly independent. You know, it's the type of, oh, I don't need nobody type of mentality or energy. That's what I get from this. So with the Page of Cups, this is like neutralizing that energy, not neutralizing it in a to take away the power of the Queen of Wands, but I feel like it's balancing it out, and it's humbling the energy. It's humbling that energy with the Page of Cups. So being ordered to be receptive to receive, be more receptive to receive these energies. So the Page of Wands is also that that excitement, that exciting energy, that childlike energy, that free-flowing energy, takes risks. So it's balancing it out. And then you have the Two of Cups, which is also that balance of masculine and feminine energy. But it's also a choice. It's the choice with the Two of Cups. All of the twos in the tarot is about balance, and they're also about choices. You know, so whether you align yourself with this energy or not. So it looks like they're adding fire and water. They're adding these two elements together and creating this this one. It's like a third energy that they're creating, and it looks like a lotus flower. So when you bring those energies together, there's that enlightenment that comes. Or when you in a divine connection, whether it's someone from your soul tribe, like one of your soul sisters or one of your soul brothers or whatever, you guys come together, you add those elements, and there's that awakening. So it's like that alchemy, basically. So what I got from this in the Ace of Pentacles, that is the divine, something of stability, some type of structured energy, something that is long lasting, grounded. So whatever this message was, like, I'm sharing it with y'all because Spirit said I could, because it may resonate with you. Help someone to open up their heart space in order to be receptive to love, to feel it, and not just from your person or whatever reason you're here for, you know, for this reading, not just from them, but just in like period, just to be receptive and open to receive love in all aspects and however it comes, and not judging the way that it comes, because love is unconditional. We can't put a limit on how someone decides to love you, or they should do it like this, or it shouldn't be. You know, love just is. So in the instance of divine connections, because the Two of Cups is here, and what's also interesting is because the feminine energy is the water element and the masculine is the fire element. Here you have a feminine Page of Cups here and a masculine wands, Page of Wands, which is fire energy, water and fire. So I thought that was interesting. I just noticed that just now with reading this. And the Pentacles represents all four elements. So you got fire, air, earth, and water. So that balance, that structure. So that's what I was getting from this. Whatever this message was, it was some type of process, some type of coming together, some type of balance, some type of structure that was coming through. So I'm going to tap more into the collective energies and see what we got going on here. What's going on collectively? Yeah. So the more you release and just allow, the more clarity you're going to have and more clarity you're going to get. Some of you guys could very well be blocking your the spiritual aspect of your connection, because it's too much weight and focus on the physical that you're not able to experience what's going on spiritually. You guys could be getting downloads to your dreams, but it's like you're not allowing yourself to be receptive to the spirit. You're not investing in it, so therefore you're blocking it out, whether you realize it or not, or whether it's intentional or not. Some of you, not everybody, but what's the collective energy? What's up, everybody? Greetings. How are y'all doing? Thank y'all for joining me so late. All right. So you have unable to give, short-term results, afraid of commitment, find balance, pause and reflect, and on the same page. So you and your person could be mirroring with on the same page. You really can't see it because of my lighting, but y'all on the same page in some instance. Then you have unable to give short-term results. So the reason why you guys are not able to give right now is because right now you guys are finding balance. You guys are balancing out some karmic energy right now. So this could be a result of a lot of things going on in the planet. We got some Saturn placements, which deals with karmic cycles and energies. You also have this Venus retrograde, which could be helping you clear out some karmic energies connected to love. But you have pause and reflect. So this is not a time for much movement just yet, because if you were to, you would only get short-term results. Like it's not going to last too long if you were to push the energy before it's time. So if there's anything with afraid or fear of commitment, remember I spoke of in the beginning, the channel message that I picked up was talking about opening your heart to feel love or to know it or to recognize it or to feel it. So I don't know. Obviously, it came for me, but I was guided to share it with y'all. So it could be coming from your divine masculine or divine feminine or whatever. So take it how it resonates, but somebody is dealing with that energy, and it could be on different levels that you guys have fear of commitment. So take what resonates. This looks like I don't know what this thing kind of looks like. That Snapchat ghost, but then it kind of looks like an octopus. I don't know what this thing is. It's weird. I don't know. Could be like someone cloaking themselves and hiding. I never really looked at the thing too closely, like paid too much attention to it. But now that I look at it, it looks like something that is hiding. It's like cloaked, like Casper or some shit. So someone could be like, this is like a runner energy, like someone hiding due to this fear of commitment, or it could be a metaphor of hiding emotions, hiding yourself in some type of way, or your person, someone's energy is hiding. So it's due to this fear of commitment. I feel like that's being dealt with at this time. This connection is kind of like more so right now. This energy is more of taking it inward rather than focusing on the outward, because there's things that need to be healed first. Karmic cycles that are coming out, energies being balanced out. If you just left a karmic cycle or energy, or you cleared something out, you're finding balance in between your new energy, because you've shed off that old energy. Now you're just readjusting to the new energies, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's for everyone collectively, divine feminine, divine masculine alike. If it resonates, because this is general, it's not a personal reading, it's not gonna resonate with everybody, so y'all just take what does. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Follow your heart, divine timing, grief and sadness, growth and connection. So biggest thing that stands out to me is divine timing, because that is one of the most challenging aspects of a connection, is the timing and waiting for it rather than forcing it or pushing it, losing your patience, wanting to take matters into your own hands and stuff like that, and just bumping yourself into a wall. Because if you can't push something before it's time, especially not a divine connection, because again, calling it something divine and spiritual, you're basically just confirming that it's something outside of human control. It's divine. So it's based off of that. Follow your heart. Following your heart. So there's going to be a lot of signs and synchronicities that I feel like both of you guys are seeing, and I feel like you both feel this pull, because it's this heart. This red string is creating this heart, and it's in this direction, in one direction. So both of you, it's like you guys could feel this connection. And it's also just reiterating that it's not going anywhere. If this is truly a divine partnership, it's not going anywhere because the divine's hand is in it. It's much more than what your human mind conceives it to be. So I feel like you both are feeling that pull. You're feeling the energy. And then you have grief and sadness. So someone is feeling, when it comes to love, there's some type of energy of disappointment. Could be a little bit sad by the way things are going or where things are. So this could be due to past circumstances. Doesn't have to do with too much of present energy, but the cause is from the past and the effects, you're feeling it now, if that makes sense, or your person is feeling this grief and sadness now. So with these roses, these flowers actually, because this is a flower as well, it's not a rose, you have, I feel like this represents growth. It also represents patience, represents nurturing. So this rose is damn near dead, and it's like the connection right now may need some nurturing. And for some of you, you got to find that balance between nurturing yourself also. Maybe one of you is putting too much emphasis on this connection, where one is putting too much focus on self, or it's in order for this thing to grow. That's funny. You have to love yourself first. I'm laughing because I wrote like a whole letter to my future husband like a long time ago, and I said something along the lines of that's fucking crazy, and that just came to me. That's funny. So in order for your connection or your union to be at a healthy state, that growth, you have to focus on watering yourself and nurturing yourselves, because that's the biggest thing. Because you're not going to know how to take care of a connection or union if you don't know how to take care of yourself. And that's, you know, that's what I'm learning. And it's the same, basically it's the same, how can you love someone you don't love yourself? But it's learning it in different elements, different aspects of what that love means. That self-love has many different levels and layers to it, if that makes sense. So pay attention to the signs that you're getting. Just follow follow what feels right to you. Don't second guess it. And I know that sometimes that's not easy all the time. Okay, so let's see how everybody is holding up this week, or just period. Whenever you watch this could be timeless. Feminine energy, where are you? Where's feminine energies at with this connection? Where's your energies at with this connection at this time? 8 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, the Tower. So feminine, you're still doing your inner work. You're still letting go what doesn't serve you. I feel like there could have been something big that helped you to kind of push you along and put your power, or put your, I feel like your independence, like seeing your power and how to maintain something. So this could even be outside of your connection. It doesn't even have to be the connection itself. So say for instance, like you say you lost your job or you quit your job, and you may have decided to start your own business or something, or you've been procrastinating with something that you know you should be working on or towards, and something happened to kind of push you into making it happen and doing it. So it could be something that is a little more more material based, whether it's something to do with your job, your career, a living situation, some area of study even. But it's like you're putting those skills to work at this time, especially if there was an energy of procrastination, or this is something that you're going to shift into. Could even be like this connection pushed you into that, like something happened that kind of like, maybe it angered you, frustrated you, whatever the case was. I feel like it's going to help you or put you in a space where you're going to be more focused on yourself, as far as the things that you know you should have been working on, or things that you said you were going to do but been putting off. With the 8 of Cups, you're detaching emotionally from something in your past due to this Tower moment. It removes something very, it's like a stagnant energy, whether it has anything to do with this connection or not. It was a very stagnant energy, and you moved it out of the way. and he's stepping into, it kind of looks like, I don't know why this looks like a closet rather than a door. It's very dark. And I feel like that's a metaphor for stepping into an unknown territory, new energy. But it also, to me, it looks like the Chronicles of Narnia, or the Lion and the Witch and the Wardrobe, that closet where they go into it and it takes them into a whole nother world. It's like you're stepping into a whole new energy, whole new dimension when you would detach, or as you detach, because I feel like some of you are in between this energy of like shedding the old and coming into the new energy. So it's like you're adjusting to all of this newness, if that makes sense. It may feel like, for some of you may feel like you're going backwards, because this is funny. So the Tower card is number 16, and if you add 1 plus 7, or 1 plus 6, that's 7, and then you have the 9 of Pentacles, and you have the 8 of Cups. So it can make you feel like you're backwards, but in actuality you're really not, because the 9 is at the center. So you've actually mastered something. You're just in between phases, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made any sense. That's what I'm getting. Y'all walked away from something, and it may be a little scary to step into this new energy because it's unknown to you. You guys may feel like your masculines are disappointed by something or feeling discouraged in this connection, but nonetheless grateful for this connection, and that they have a new level of respect for you. You may feel this, or you feel this way for them, that maybe you guys see your masculine progressing in some way. You've seen them level up, or you see them doing something that you're proud of. So it's a level of respect, but I feel like it's a mutual respect that you and your masculine has for each other. I feel like you guys are also thankful, because whatever happened, it could be due to the masculine helping you with this. You're grateful for however it happens. Some of you guys do not want to be together right now, if at all. Some of y'all could be in that stage, like, I could love you from afar, but I don't want to be with you because I don't want to be together, came out. You feel like your masculine is still wounded by an ex. I apologize for, I'm sorry for the past hurt your exes and or I may have caused you. So you are also, if you've done something to hurt each other, you're taking responsibility for your role in hurting your masculine at some point, but take what resonates, because I'm getting different energy. Some of you guys may know that your masculine feels like there's somebody else, and you're letting them know. If there was someone else, you would know. So I have nothing to hide if there was someone else. But I don't feel like you guys are focused on other people, because the 9 of Pentacles is very self-focused energy, focusing on self-mastery in some sense, or proud, or very grateful for where you guys are. You guys could be excelling in some areas. Some of you guys could have just recently graduated. You guys could have got promoted in regards to your work or something like that. So I don't see anything with love. Let's see what's going on with masculine's energy. Where is masculine's energies at? It's current energy. It's current energy. Where is this collective of divine masculine energies? Where's this current energy? Whoa. Okay. Y'all got 5 cards that wanted to come out. So you got the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, and 3 of Swords. So where are you at, masculine? Your energy, you got the 8 of Wands. So I feel like there's something, some type of energy or intentions that are being sent out, something that you are mastering or manifesting that is in the works. You have the 7 of Cups. So it could be like there's a lot of different energies, a lot of different ideas or places where you would like to place your energy, or trying to figure out where to place all of this energy and all of these ideas that you have. All of, could be dreams, like as far as your goals go, aspirations, trying to figure out where to place all of this. But it can also be different areas of your life where you're trying to sort things out and trying to prioritize. So these look like all of the chakras. all 7 chakras in this card. So there's a lot of focus on energy work right now, whether you're doing it intentionally or not. There's a lot of energy work. So with all of that as well comes adjusting yourself when you're shifting and when you're working internally and you're making these changes. It's also trying to figure out how to balance all of that out, these changes. But there's a lot of anxiousness and excitement with the Ace of Wands. I feel like it's some type of renewed passion or newfound passion in regards to maybe this connection or other things that you have going on. But if it is anything to do with this connection, I feel like this is not for everybody, but I feel like for some masculine, it's this wanting to move forward and communicate something. And I feel like it has something to do with the past, because the Knight of Swords is going backwards. Rather, you're looking at it from how I'm looking at it. They're going backwards, but the Knight of Swords is coming towards the Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands. So there may be something in the past that you want to communicate or make very clear with the 3 of Swords in order to clean up what's in disarray. Clean up something that you feel like is a mess, or something within yourself that maybe you've been putting off. So it could even be going back in time and looking at everything and sorting it all out, like doing some type of inner reflecting or inner work in order to figure out how to proceed or move forward and how to clear up all of this mess. Because there is something with potentially procrastination or just being in the space to finally clear out all of these old energies. Let's see, how do you feel about the feminine? How does this group of masculines feel about the feminine energy? Unfulfilled, resentful, hateful, empowered, and confident. You guys have a lot of energy. So you may be feeling like your feminine is resentful towards you. It's hateful energy, hostile, spiteful. So you guys might not be on the best of terms right now for some of you. You're feeling very unsatisfied, incomplete, purposeless right now, and it could be as an effect of all these other things that you have going on, or it just kind of feels like if this connection is not going well, you feel you don't feel good about it. So there is some type of energy that needs to be cleared out, and I feel like it has something to do with the heart chakra, because these 2 cards are green, but it's a funny green. It's not a vibrant green color. It's muddy and dark. So I feel like this heart chakra energy needs to be cleared and cleaned out, empowered and confident. So you may feel like once you guys get over this hump, you feel like you'll be able to move forward with this connection. You feel like you'll have a better grip on things, a little more confident to take a leap of faith. You may also feel like you're not capable right now, but you will later. Or for some of you, you may feel like your feminine energy is kind of in a better state than you, and you could be resenting that a little bit. And it could be because of the area where you guys are. There's not a lot of clarity between the 2 of you. There's not a lot of understanding, so you're not sure where you both stand right now. For some of you, you're both not clear, and I feel like you want to clear the air with the Knight of Swords. This is wanting to just speak your truth boldly and just come through. But I feel like the Knight of Swords is going backwards before he takes that action, before he says what he needs to say. And I'm saying he because it's just an energy, but take what resonates. Going back in time and really looking at things, because there were some intentions set, and maybe there was just a lot of energies being exerted into too many different areas. Now it's like cleaning up the mess, if that makes sense. So this feels like a very imbalanced energy, but I feel like this is someone that wants to find balance. So I feel like masculine energy, you're trying to find balance in this. Yeah. So this feminine is on your heart very heavily and on your mind. You guys could have chose someone else, because with the Seven of Cups can also represent a lot of options. It could represent like multiple people. So I realized that I chose the wrong person. So that's pretty much saying, you know, or something else was prioritized that maybe you regret prioritizing over the feminine, and then you need to rid yourself of jealousy. So you feel like there's some type of animosity and resentment due to these past situations, and it could have well already been over and done with, but there's still some things that need to be healed right now, or are being healed. Yeah. So there's something about stability, wanting some type of stability with the palm tree card, wanting some type of stability in the connection, and knowing that the falseness, any type of unhealthy patterns, any hiding true feelings and one's truth, all of this, these masks have to come down. With the sunglasses card, there is watching, someone is watching and waiting for the other person, stalking, whatever, paying close attention to each other. And I feel like someone is trying to like be strategic with their planning, their whatever, excuse me, their move is going to be, whether it be the feminine or masculine. Someone is gathering up some type of information or just waiting for the right time to move forward in this in some type of way. There's some type of future plans, but not showing your hand, kind of keeping it to yourself. Okay. So someone's going to see the light about this connection, and if there was any type of doubt, or if anger or some type of unresolved issue is kind of clouding one's judgment or blocking out their heart from really feeling the truth, someone's going to see that this connection is what is. Like, this is the real deal. Like, someone's going to see it. Roles are being reversed, though. So someone that was the quote-unquote runner is now the chaser, and vice versa. Someone could have some control and power issues that need to be in check. Someone may like the fact that, I feel, I'm gonna just be honest, feminine energies, you could be the runner now, or what they say is the runner, and the masculine energy could be more of the chaser. And for some of you like that, because it kind of boosts your ego and makes you feel like you're in control, and that's something with the ego that needs to be healed. If that's something, or you're actively trying to do that, you're trying to create that dynamic, that needs to be healed for whoever this resonates with. Mr. or Mrs. Fix It. So this is also not trying to change or fix someone else, but just allowing the other person to get their own shit together, and you do the same for yourself. Not trying to play mommy or daddy to another person. Doesn't mean that you cannot support or be there for each other, but taking up all of the weight and trying to force someone to change, I feel like spirit's breaking the cords and the ties with that and cleansing that energy out. With the shy card, someone is afraid to ask someone. It could be ask someone out, like take them out, or offer something, or express something. There's a fear that's also being cleared out as well. Someone may decide with the must list to write down all of their intentions, or write down a release letter, everything that they wish to release, everything they wish to heal. Someone may decide to do this, or this is someone being very clear about what it is that they want versus what they don't want in love. And this could also bring clarity about what needs to be worked on. Like, it's a ripple effect. Like, once you set the tone for something, it starts to manifest. Or this could be the result of something that was already set up. Now it's manifesting. Alright. I don't have to pull on this because I feel like Spirit's reiterating again. So I could pull on it, but I don't feel like I need to. I get let this karmic cycle play out. Clear out what you need to clear out. Allow you, your person, whatever, both of you, allow this energy to just clear itself out. Heal what you need to heal. Close up what needs to be closed out in the cycle, because it is. Because what's happening is, I feel like someone is going to come forward, but if you're not in the space, and it goes back to that channel message I picked up, and I keep hearing this, like that same part of the message is based off of where you are within yourself and where you are with your healing, is going to reflect how you receive the message or how you give the message to the person. So if you're asking for someone to come in and be ready, and or for everything to flow right and for it to be perfect in divine time, it does require that healing to happen, because right now you guys are not in the same vibration or the right vibration for that to happen. So say for instance, someone still has commitment issues and they're afraid to give their heart, they're afraid to get their heart broken, or they're not sure if they're ready to settle down, or whatever resonates with you, and you guys try to come together in that energy, it's not going to flow right. It's going to be some type of block there. So it's going to happen. I feel like if this is a divine connection, it's going to happen, and you're already, most likely, a lot of you are already getting signs that it's going to happen, or it's almost time for you to say what you need to say, even if you don't know what that is, or you don't know when, where, or how it's going to happen, but you feel it. That's all that matters. You don't need to know when, where, and how, and all of that right now. So I don't know, that's what I'm getting. So you have face your future with boldness and strength. And it says, Psalms 138:3 says, as soon as I pray, you answer me. You encourage me by giving me strength. So some of you, the future is a big deal for you. Like, you could be someone that's very focused on the future, the winds of where in the house and the timing of things. And you feel like you don't know how you're going to get through this time, because it's a fear. It's not coming from a place of love. It's not coming from a place of reassurance or trust. So if you struggle with this, ask spirit or ask your spiritual team, the universe, or whatever, to give you strength and give you peace and comfort and reassurance in your future, and not to worry, and trust that everything is in divine hands and order. And if that is so, there's no need for you to fear or worry, because you're not in control. You can't mess anything up if you're not in control. So everything is cool. So some of you guys may be learning trust, or learning to let go of control, or your person is, but take what resonates. See everything through the eyes of love. So this is unconditional love. No pointing, no fingers, not even towards yourself. It's okay to look at certain things that, you know, mistakes. I don't like calling them mistakes. Let's call them lessons. It's your experiences and your lessons that you had to grow through, or you did grow through and experience. Have compassion for yourself. It's not always an easy thing, but practice it. Also to practice compassion for your person, because certain things may have needed to happen, or they needed to learn or see something about themselves or this connection, and it may have not have happened if they didn't, or perhaps it could have, but they chose that. So say for instance it was going with somebody else, they needed to go through that, or they chose to take that route to learn whatever they needed to learn. So have compassion. It says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. And that's 1 Corinthians 13:4-5. So it's pretty much saying, with practice this energy of patience and kindness with yourself, with your person, with anybody around you. It's a test. It's not an easy thing, but it's a test, and it's something to practice. Also to work on jealousy. That's probably the second message with jealousy that came out. This energy of boastfulness, proudness, and rudeness. Again, like, oh, well, I'm going to make them beg now, or I'm going to do this out of spitefulness, not honoring yourself. It's the difference between honoring yourself versus being conniving and being manipulative and egotistical. I'm going to make them suffer. I'm going to make them pay and stuff like that. Like, you know, check your energy. And if your person is doing this, you know, then hopefully, and I'm sure spirit is working on them with those energies. Move boldly into a future. So they're saying again, like, to be bold and trust and have faith in your future, knowing that it's all is well, and not focus too much on it and how it's going to happen and what do I need to do, like, and what do they need to do. Like, let it go. And that's not always easy, but let it go and practice more and more. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Seek his will in all you do. He will show you which path to take. Proverbs 3:5-6. So even if you don't pray, or you don't believe in God or Jesus, or whatever your religion is, or your belief systems or spiritual systems are, trust in a higher power with knowing that you're not going to be led astray. And if you guys have issues with trusting, period, you got to work on that. That's the heart chakra. It's this fear of being fucked over, fear of being misled from time and time again, and you got to forgive yourself. And that's something that was a thing for me that I was wrestling with too. And I'm still having patience with myself through healing through this. So I understand. I can empathize with anybody that fears trusting in the unknown, and, you know, even trusting yourself sometimes. Definitely when it comes to the future, because maybe you're so used to being in control. That Queen of Wands energy that picked up, that being overly independent, and it's knocking those things down. And another thing I want to say too is that when you align with your divine partner, you guys got to trust each other. And we've been taught that we can't trust, men can't trust women, and women can't trust men. They're liars or cheaters, they're manipulative, they're gold diggers, and all this different stuff. And when you're in a divine union, you got to have that trust with one another, because it's a divine connection. It's a godly union or connection. It's a higher one. If you don't trust each other to guide each other, to lead each other, to support each other, it's not going to work. So the trust issues have to be worked on. That's why this journey I'll be talking about, y'all want divine connections. But again, I always say this, it requires a lot of work, and it requires knocking down a lot of these programs, because this is a lot of the reason why connections cannot withstand and cannot be healthy, because there's so much wounding in a person, and two individuals trying to operate in that, rather than learning how to heal through that and work on self. It's all this finger pointing, and oh, he's did this, and oh, she ain't doing enough of this. And it's like not even getting down to the root of the issue or the problem within the self that needs to be healed, or that needs to be forgiven. And a lot of times people on top of that get into connections with people that they're not supposed to be even getting involved with, or getting involved in a connection before their time, or before they're truly ready. So Spirit's trying to save you from all of that. It may feel like this is a punishment. Oh, I can't be with my person. Oh, we're not together, and they're triggering me. But rather than looking at it from this way, look at it like this. Like, Spirit is working on me, or preparing me, or the universe. I asked for something. I prayed for something. I want to be ready to receive it, rather than, you know, getting into it before it's time. Before it's even time. I don't want to do it. So I hope that resonates with y'all. Oh, I'm going to... I want to pull real quick to make sure that I'm not tripping, but I don't think I am. But we're going to pull on it. I just want to see. I wanted to respond to this comment real quick. She's Karen. Yeah. Don't regret. I mean, it's okay to regret something, like, oh, I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have done that. But shoulda, coulda, woulda is like, it's already passed. Forgive yourself for that. And just check your energy and see, like, I could say I fucked some things up too, but you gotta forgive yourself as a part of your lessons and growing. And it's not always easy. I know, trust me, I know. It's not always easy. It's learning self-compassion. Like, honor your feelings. Wherever you were at the time, that's how you felt. And it's just, you know, to do better next time, or to, rather than react to whatever, check yourself. See where you're coming from, why you're angry, why are you feeling this hateful energy. Because a lot of times we project our frustrations out on people rather than turning it inward. Yeah, people may trigger us. They may say some foul things. But we got to ask ourselves, why are we triggered? If you're hateful, if you're mad that something's not happening, oh, he should have did this, and oh, well, why didn't they just, you know, make sure that you're not projecting your frustrations out on somebody else. Spirit, the message I picked up as far as the messages go, the message goes reaching out on any end, whether it's feminine, divine masculine end. Can you further go into this, Spirit? Okay. So 9 of Swords, the High Priestess, 2 of Pentacles, the Hermit. So yeah, right now is not the time. The 9 of Swords is like someone is learning to master past their negative thoughts or their fears about this connection, or their biggest fears. Someone is learning to navigate and master this, and they got to do it on their own. The 9s is like, because you also have the Hermit, which is the 9th major arcana. So you have the 9 of Swords and the Hermit. 9s usually represent mastering something, some type of completion, and you got to do it by yourself. In the Hermit energy, this is you doing it all just between you, your spiritual self, your higher self, God, the universe, what have you. That is between you. It's internal work. This woman is levitating over these swords. So she's mastering her mind, if that makes sense. She's able to levitate over these swords. But it's like when you get into that lower vibrational space, once she reminds herself, when she gets out of that higher mind, she falls onto the sword. So it's like you got to remind yourself to stay in a high vibration and not allow yourself to get so low where these swords penetrate you, meaning your thoughts, your fears, these lower vibrational thoughts. And it's a constant discipline. Being able to levitate, that's a discipline in the mind, if that makes sense. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess is that intuitive knowing. Again, you got to get comfortable. Some of you guys have to work on trusting your intuition more. And for others, this is saying, again, trust your intuition. If you're getting that nudge that it's about time for you to reach out, or your person is going to reach out to you, like, trust your intuition, even if you can't see it, because a lot of this is internal energy. The High Priestess represents secrets and hidden wisdom. The 9 of Swords, this is someone that is secluded and alone. The 2 of Pentacles, this is someone that is meditating. They're going within. The Hermit is also someone that is in solitude and in hiding. So you're not going to get all of the answers outside of yourself all of the time. You might get some golden nuggets here and there, but it's an internal thing that you rely on and that you got to learn to trust. And that's a process within itself too for some. So you have the 2 of Pentacles, again, meditating or focusing on going within more, putting more energy into that. And I feel like that balance, again, how I was saying, like, you're in between clearing out the old energy into mastering and balancing out, stepping into a new energy, into a new phase. So the Hermit card, again, also that energy of being in solitude and going within and gathering enough knowledge and wisdom. This is prioritizing your time for yourself in spirit or God, the universe, taking that time out. In that stage, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to get a lot of insight, a lot of information. That's why it's important that we do spend time in solitude. That's why it's important we do meditate or pray or whatever it is that takes us inward. And also the Hermit, once he comes out of this stage, he's ready to pursue whatever because he's gathered enough information. So again, that just further lets me know that this process has to take place before either of you can move towards each other. Okay, so then you have the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords, again, I feel it's kind of like Hermit energy. This is someone that's gathering information, but it's kind of like they're stealing information, or they're just under the radar with their information. There's nothing that's going to be hidden from you, because all of this, like this book, there's one book that's being left behind. So that tells me there's nothing that's going to be left that you cannot see. You're going to get a heads up and you're going to know. So if you're worried, well, I don't know if it's going to be the right time, or what if I'm tripping, and like Spirit's not going to leave you in the dark. Even if you're not getting outside validation, you're going to get an internal nudge or knowing or something to validate it. Could be a dream. It could be something someone says. However it manifests, however it comes, just basically get out of the way. Get out of the Spirit's way. You will know. You gotta just stay alert, be aware. Not focusing or projecting too much of your energy outwardly to where you're not centered inwardly. This is a balance. So she's here on earth, but she's balancing out by going within. So yeah, I'm present, I'm physically here, but I also got to acknowledge what's going on internally, what's going on spiritually. So spiritual and material balance, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was the reading. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope it resonated. I hope it helped somebody. I have a headache again, so I'm probably gonna get another download, because it's like right here. That's usually where they come. It hurts. Anyway, much love. I'm gonna do the pick your situations thing tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for that one, and until next time, peace.